The grid has been dead for exactly 4 hours now, the constant hum of civilization, the fridge compressor, the distant traffic, the AC unit has vanished, the silence is heavy. Streetlights are black, phones are bricked, and neighbors are already whispering. Behind their cracked doors, you are sitting there with your shiny red generator, a stack of canned soup, and a few flickering candles. Thinking you have this under control, you feel very comfortable, you feel fully prepared, but you are wrong. Your house just flipped from a shelter into a slow motion killing machine. No worries, we're going to fix this using physics, chemistry, and some brutally antisocial survival choices. Let's start with the loudest mistake you're about to make, the portable gas generator. Most people fire this up the second the lights die because they think power equals safety. In reality, that machine is a carbon monoxide factory and a dinner bell for every desperate soul in a 3-mile radius around you. Here is the chemistry. Carbon monoxide is sneaky. It has roughly the same density as air, which means it doesn't float away, it mixes. It seeps through the cracks in your drywall, under door frames, and through the vents. You think leaving the garage door cracked is enough. It isn't. Carbon monoxide binds to your hemoglobin 200 times tighter than oxygen does. You don't choke, you don't cough, you just get a mild headache, decide to take a nap, and never wake up. It is an accidental euthanasia machine. Then there is the physics of sound. In a blackout, the ambient noise floor drops to 0. A standard generator runs at 75 decibels. In a dead, silent neighborhood, that carries like a siren. It tells everyone 2 things. You have fuel and you have electricity. You have just turned your home into a glowing loot drop. The fix? Never run it at night, run it during the day, 50 feet away from the house, and strictly downwind. Chain it to something heavy so it doesn't walk away. Build a baffle out of trash, cardboard boxes, and blankets to trap the sound without starting a fire. You want power without becoming the neighborhood pie data. Item number 2 is the porcelain throne, the flush toilet. This is the biggest lie in modern sanitation. You think that when you flush, the waste disappears into a magical void. It doesn't. It goes to a sewer lift station. Those stations run on electric pumps. When the grid dies, the pumps die. The flow stops, the system backs up. If you live at the bottom of a hill, you are now the lowest point in a system, rapidly filling with the waste of 10,000 people. If you keep flushing with bucket water, you are adding pressure to a blocked line. Eventually, physics wins and raw sewage erupts through your shower drain and your toilet bowl. You end up with a cholera soup on your bathroom floor. The fix is immediate. Hour 1, the toilet becomes a bucket. Line the bowl with a heavy-duty trash bag. Do your business. Sprinkle sawdust, kitty litter, or ash from your backyard fire to dry it out. Tie it off, store it outside in a sealed bin. Dig a latrine trench later. The moment the power cuts, your toilet is no longer a bathroom fixture. It is a portal to the underworld. Seal it off. Item number 3 is in your pantry. Canned soup. Everyone stocks it because it lasts forever. But here is the biological reality. The average can of beef stew packs nearly 2,000 milligrams of sodium. Your kidneys need water to flush that salt out. In a blackout, you are rationing water. You are drinking maybe half a liter a day, but then you eat a high-sodium meal. Your body panics. It pulls fluid from your own cells to dilute your blood. This is the shipwreck paradox on dry land. You are eating calories, but you are accelerating dehydration. You will get lethargic, your head will split, and your organs will strain. You are essentially eating flavored salt licks during a drought. The fix. Read the labels now. If you must eat high-sodium food, you have to dilute it. Turn 1 can of soup into 3 cans. By adding water, it will taste like garbage, but it won't murder your kidneys. Save the salty stuff for when the water is flowing freely again. Item number 4 is the romantic killer. The candle. The moment the lights go out, the reptilian part of your brain demands fire. You want the cozy glow. Here is the math. Modern homes are built to be airtight for energy efficiency. If you seal yourself in a room to conserve heat and light 4 candles, you are competing for oxygen in a closed system. More importantly, a candle is a visual lighthouse. In a city without streetlights, the human eye adapts to the dark. A single candle flame in a window is visible from a mile away. The dancing shadows on your walls advertise occupancy. It is a please rob me signal flare that also comes with a high risk of arson. If you knock that candle over, there is no fire department coming to save you. The fix. Default to red LED headlamps, they preserve your natural night vision, and the light doesn't travel as far. If you absolutely need a flame for warmth or morale, put a single tea light in a metal bucket on a concrete floor deep inside a room with no windows. Extinguish it before you sleep. You want light without broadcasting your location or burning alive. Item number 5 is the one you create everyday trash. In a civilized world, waste vanishes. In a collapse, 4 pounds of trash per person per day becomes a biological weapon. You pile it in the garage or the backyard thinking you'll deal with it later. Later is too late. That pile is a magnet for rats, raccoons, and flies. These are vectors for leptospirosis, hantavirus, and fleas. The rodents will chew through your walls to get to your food. They will bite you while you sleep. Your garbage heap becomes a 5-star resort for the apocalypse's filthiest guests. The fix is strict separation. Burnables, paper, and plastic go into a metal barrel for controlled burns at night. To hide the smoke, organic waste gets buried deep in a rolling trench. Clean and compress everything else. If you have visible piles of trash, you have failed. Now for the twist. Phase 6, psychological warfare. The already doomed facade. There is a myth that total silence makes you invisible. The reality is that a perfectly quiet, locked down house screams prepared and stocked. Desperate neighbors and looters test the quiet houses first because they look like loot boxes. You need to manufacture failure. Make your house look like it already fell to the usual traps. Leave one window cracked open with a faint smell of exhaust. Burn a rag dipped in gas for a second to make it smell like you ran a generator indoors and died. Scatter empty hide sodium cans visibly in the front yard. Let a candle flicker briefly in a window and then go dark as if you ran out of supplies. If anyone approaches, whisper complaints about how everything spoiled days ago. You are convincing the block that you are the idiot who flushed the toilet and ate all the salty soup. Predators skip low reward targets. Visible failure signals that you have already been picked clean. Let them move on to the houses that are still trying to look normal. Phase 7 is the operator mindset. You have to respect the flip. Everyone treats their gear as foolproof because usually there are safety nets. When the grid dies, every guardrail is gone. Comfort items flip to lethal without constant oversight. Audit every object in your house through collapse logic. Ask yourself, how does this kill me without power? Check the generator ventilation, block the toilet backflow, check the sodium load, hide the flame, manage the waste vectors. Your house is a machine that needs electricity. To not eat you, you are not trying to be invincible. You are just trying to be harder to kill than the guy next door who is still treating his home like it runs on magic. Stay paranoid, stay boring, stay alive.